Hello, everybody. Something a little bit different for an unboxing today. Hi. So, yeah, I got myself a Viper from Battlestar Galactica. Now, when I was a kid, the original Battlestar Galactica came out. I think it was like 1978. Just a year after Star Wars. So they were really trying to capitalize on the whole science fiction boom that was kind of happening in the United States at the time. And so they created this show, and I was immediately hooked. It was a lot of kitschy acting and typical 80s storytelling, a lot of reused footage, a massive amount of reused footage. But and it kind of kicked off with a theatrical movie. So competition for Star Wars. I don't know box office wise how the original movie did, but there was this whole thing. Segue years later, and I don't remember. I think it was probably about 15 years ago. At this point, it's been a while since Sci-Fi had the re-envisioned version of Battlestar Galactica. But it was a marked improvement over the original show. And I still think that it is probably one of the best science fiction programs to ever air on TV, period. And so, part two of the story is back in the original series, Mattel used to produce toys, and they had the vehicles. They had the original, I guess you'd call it the Mark I Viper at this point, and they also had the Silent Raider, and they had a few extra vehicles. And I had the original. I had both, and being a kid, eventually you lose track of these things. Who knows? People throw them away, or you lose them, or they get stolen by other friends that want them. And I've always been kind of fascinated with the Viper as an aircraft, or not an aircraft, but a spacecraft as a fighter. To me, it's every bit as remarkable as the X-wing. I also like the Starfighter from Buck Rogers. I always liked that, and I think also I like the no, I forget what it's called, but the Starfighter from the last Starfighter. I like Death Blossom. That's a really cool technique. Anyway, so Starfighters. So you are opening this with me, and this is the first time I've seen any of this. I just received this today, and this is pretty cool. Look at this little official ship collection. This is an Eaglemoss product, so usually they'll provide a book, a little bit of a history. This is pretty cool. I mean, I can't really share it with you, but it's just a bunch of drawings and the history of the Viper, and there's a lot of things in here that are pretty cool. So that's a nice little touch. So you can see it's all enclosed. Nice reusable box. Oh, wow. They know me. Well, I mean, they know all Battlestar Galactica fans. I wanted to have the option to basically tune this thing up as a Cara Thrace's Viper, and I already see they got her call sign, and it's already on there, so that's pretty cool. So this is how it's packaged up. What a beauty. I think this thing's supposed to be all metal. So it's got a stand. We won't bother with a stand. I'm just going to pull out the Viper and place it before you. Oh my. And let me see, I'll pull out the the bottom of the tray just to see if there's anything under there. Hopefully I don't break anything. Nope. Pretty simple. Now I bought this from Hot Topic. I saw a flash sale on Facebook, and it was 40% off. And I've been wanting to get one of these for quite some time. I'd like to get the Galactica as well. I'd love to get the Pegasus. I'm not really into the Cylon Raider. I like the original design for the Cylon Raider. I would not mind getting one of those, as well as a Viper Mark 1. I wouldn't even mind getting a Viper Mark, I don't know if it's like 4 or 7. I forget what the Roman numerals for that are. But the price for this thing was just too good to pass up. So finally, I got one. So, wow, it's not that heavy. Well, it doesn't have any landing gear, so that kind of stinks. I was hoping that it would have some removable landing gear, but it has a stand, so that's enough. If anybody has experienced the Eaglemoss toy lines, I mean, they do Battlestar Galactica, they do Star Trek. I have a few of the smaller ships. They always come with the stand, and yeah, got little poofies all over it. Very, very sleek fighter. What I like a lot about the reimagined Battlestar Galactica is the space battles are phenomenal. They look real. They don't really use lasers. Gone are the pew 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 lasers that the Viper used to shoot. They actually shoot. I'm not exactly sure what the ammo is, but they shoot rounds. And there's a lot of missiles, and there's a lot of kind of standard ordnance that one might find if humanity were eventually to get our act together and finally get into space, and we would have need of a fighter craft similar to this. Obviously, this can't go faster than light. Capital ships are required to do that. In Battlestar Galactica, they're called FTL drives. So essentially, the Galactica is just a huge aircraft carrier and a military ship and a battleship. And it is equipped with squadrons of Vipers as its main, its main armament. I mean, obviously, a Battlestar is covered in weapons and can go toe-to-toe with other capital ships. But as with any Navy, air power is key, as the United States learned in World War II. Once the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, all of our battleships, for the most part, were down for the count. So, fortunately, our aircraft carriers were out to sea at the time, and that was one of the very, very few commodities that we had. I forget what the word, but one of our resources was those aircraft carriers, and if it wasn't for the fact that the Japanese failed to sink our aircraft carriers, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. At least not in English, probably. Namdeska. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I showed you this at every angle. There's really nothing in the way of really features. Nothing moves, nothing opens, nothing closes. I'm pretty sure this doesn't open. I haven't tried because it doesn't really look like it should. It just looks like it's popped in. I don't know if there's any detail in the cockpit, but overall, for the price I paid, this is a very beautiful replica representation of the Viper Mark II. And this will be going on my shelf. I'm looking to rearrange things here so you don't have to look at that drawing back there anymore. I have a bookshelf over there that's sort of I've been filling up with decorative items slowly. I've got some books on there. I've got some weird books that I should probably remove. But yeah, and I'm going to be getting a table and some lights. I'm going to be rearranging things a little bit, so when I'm doing my videos, you'll have a little bit more to look at in the background, other than what you've been looking at for the last year or so, for those of you that have been, watching my videos for quite some time. So anyway, like I said, this is Kara Thrace's Starbucks Viper Galactica. Of course, if you are familiar with the original Galactica, Starbuck was a dude played by Dirk Benedict, and Kara Thrace is played by Katie Sackhoff in the newer version of Galactica. To much consternation by the fans, there was a lot of let's just say people were very, very upset. Whenever you do any kind of gender swapping in any of these properties, people tend to get very upset. Now, Kara Thrace is Starbuck is just Katie Sackhoff is Starbuck. All right, or if you watch this series, you really should watch this series. It's one of the best science fiction series ever, as I said. And a lot of weird stuff happens. A lot of weird stuff. It's awesome. So, I think I've pretty much rambled on as much as I care to try to get away with before I start getting dislikes. So, hope you enjoyed this unboxing. And if you have any questions regarding this particular replica of the Viper Mark II, I don't really have much to say, but I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Or if you just want to talk about Battlestar Galactica, that would be cool too. If you need any kind of convincing to watch that show, then I guess I'm your guy. So anyway, please like the video if you care to. Subscribe. That'd be really cool. Just click that button. And stay tuned for more videos. I'm sure I'm going to be doing something and on and on and on and on and on. I'm always getting something. I'm always got something to review and talk about. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.